Neural networks are the backbone of our brain's incredible processing power. These networks are composed of billions of interconnected neurons, each capable of transmitting electrical and chemical signals to communicate with one another. The connections between neurons, known as synapses, play a crucial role in information processing and storage. What's fascinating is that the human brain contains approximately 86 billion neurons, making it one of the most complex and sophisticated neural networks in existence. To understand how neural networks function, scientists have developed advanced brain mapping techniques. These methods allow researchers to visualize and study the intricate connections within the brain, providing valuable insights into how different regions interact to support various cognitive functions. Neural networks are not static structures. They constantly adapt and reorganize based on our experiences and learning. This plasticity enables us to form new memories, learn new skills, and adapt to changing environments. Moreover, neural networks are responsible for our thought processes, decision-making abilities, and even the formation and recall of memories. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the brain's neural networks, we uncover the intricate mechanisms that underlie human cognition and behavior. By studying these networks, we gain a better understanding of ourselves and the complex processes that shape our thoughts and actions. Neurons and synapses are the fundamental building blocks of the brain's intricate neural networks. Neurons are specialized cells that transmit electrical and chemical signals, allowing for communication within the brain and nervous system. These cells come in various shapes and sizes, but they all share common features such as dendrites, cell bodies, and axons. Dendrites receive signals from other neurons, while axons transmit signals to neighboring neurons. The cell body, or soma, contains the nucleus and other organelles essential for the neuron's function. Interestingly, neurons are not physically connected to each other. Instead, they communicate through tiny gaps called synapses. Synapses are junctions where the axon of one neuron meets the dendrite or cell body of another. When an electrical signal reaches the end of an axon, it triggers the release of neurotransmitters into the synaptic cleft, a small space between neurons. These neurotransmitters bind to receptors on the receiving neuron, initiating a new electrical signal and continuing the communication process. The strength of a synapse can change over time in a process known as synaptic plasticity. This phenomenon underlies learning and memory formation, as repeated activation of a synapse can lead to its strengthening or weakening. One remarkable fact about synapses is their sheer abundance in the brain. The average human brain contains trillions of synapses, forming a vast and intricate network of connections that enable complex cognitive functions. Additionally, synapses are incredibly dynamic structures that can adapt and reorganize in response to experiences and learning. This synaptic plasticity is crucial for our ability to learn new information, adapt to new environments, and form memories. Understanding the intricate interplay between neurons and synapses is essential for unraveling the mysteries of the brain and how it gives rise to our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Brain mapping techniques have revolutionized our understanding of the brain's complex structure and function. One of the most widely used methods is functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, which measures changes in blood flow to detect brain activity. By analyzing fMRI data, researchers can identify which brain regions are active during specific tasks or stimuli, providing valuable insights into cognitive processes. Another powerful technique is diffusion tensor imaging, DTI, which maps the brain's white matter tracts by tracking the movement of water molecules along nerve fibers. DTI allows scientists to visualize the brain's structural connectivity and understand how different regions communicate with each other. Electroencephalography, EEG, is another essential tool for brain mapping, measuring electrical activity in the brain through electrodes placed on the scalp. EEG provides real-time information about brain function and is commonly used in research on brain waves, sleep patterns, and cognitive processes. Positron emission tomography, PET, is a technique that uses radioactive tracers to monitor metabolic activity in the brain. By tracking the uptake of these tracers, researchers can pinpoint areas of increased or decreased activity, aiding in the diagnosis and treatment of neurological disorders. An emerging technology in brain mapping is optogenetics, which uses light to control the activity of specific neurons in the brain. This technique allows researchers to manipulate neural circuits with high precision, offering new insights into brain function and potential therapeutic applications. These advanced brain mapping techniques continue to push the boundaries of neuroscience, uncovering the mysteries of the brain and paving the way for innovative treatments for neurological conditions. Neural networks are dynamic systems that play a crucial role in processing information and supporting various cognitive functions in the brain. These networks consist of interconnected neurons that communicate through synapses, forming complex pathways for transmitting and integrating signals. One fascinating aspect of neural networks is their ability to adapt and reorganize based on experience and learning. This plasticity allows the brain to rewire itself in response to new information, enabling us to learn, remember, and make decisions. Neural networks are involved in a wide range of functions, from basic sensory processing to higher-order cognitive tasks. For example, in visual processing, neural networks in the visual cortex analyze incoming visual information, detecting patterns, colors, and shapes to create a coherent perception of the world. In language processing, neural networks in areas such as Broca's and Wernicke's areas help us understand and produce speech, forming the basis of communication. Neural networks also play a crucial role in motor control, coordinating muscle movements to execute precise actions such as walking, grasping objects, or playing a musical instrument. Interestingly, neural networks exhibit hierarchical organization, with different levels of processing occurring in specialized brain regions. For instance, sensory information is first processed in primary sensory areas before being integrated and analyzed in higher-order association areas. This hierarchical structure allows for efficient information processing and complex cognitive functions. Neural networks are not limited to specific brain regions, but instead involve distributed networks that span multiple areas of the brain. These networks work in concert to support various cognitive processes, such as attention, memory, decision-making, and emotional regulation. The interconnected nature of neural networks enables parallel processing of information, allowing the brain to perform multiple tasks simultaneously. Studying neural networks in action provides valuable insights into how the brain functions as a whole, highlighting the intricate interplay between different regions and the dynamic nature of neural communication. Thought processes and decision-making are intricate cognitive functions that involve a complex interplay of neural networks and mental processes. When we make decisions, our brains engage in a series of steps that ultimately lead to a choice or action. One interesting aspect of decision-making is the involvement of both conscious and unconscious processes. While we may believe that our decisions are solely based on rational thinking, research suggests that unconscious factors, such as emotions and biases, heavily influence our choices. This dual-process theory of decision-making highlights the dynamic nature of our thought processes and the various factors that shape our decisions. Another fascinating aspect of decision-making is the role of heuristics, or mental shortcuts, in guiding our choices. Heuristics are cognitive strategies that simplify complex decision-making tasks by using rules of thumb or past experiences to reach a conclusion quickly. While heuristics can be efficient in many situations, they can also lead to biases and errors in judgment. For example, the availability heuristic causes us to overestimate the likelihood of events based on how easily we can recall similar instances from memory. Understanding these cognitive biases can help us make more informed decisions and avoid common pitfalls in thinking. Additionally, decision-making involves weighing potential outcomes and risks to determine the best course of action. This process often requires us to consider multiple factors, such as probabilities, consequences, and personal values, before arriving at a decision. Neuroimaging studies have shown that different brain regions are involved in various aspects of decision-making. The prefrontal cortex, for instance, plays a crucial role in executive functions, such as planning, reasoning, and impulse control, which are essential for making sound decisions. The limbic system, including the amygdala and hippocampus, is involved in processing emotions and memories that can influence our choices. Interestingly, research has also revealed that our gut feelings or intuition can sometimes lead to better decisions than deliberate reasoning. This intuitive decision-making process relies on unconscious pattern recognition and emotional cues to guide our choices. By exploring the intricate mechanisms underlying thought processes and decision-making, we gain a deeper understanding of how our brains navigate complex situations and make choices that shape our lives. Memory formation and recall are essential cognitive processes that allow us to store and retrieve information for later use. The process of memory formation, also known as encoding, involves the initial acquisition of information through sensory input. When we experience something new, such as a memorable event or a piece of knowledge, our brains encode this information by creating neural connections between different brain regions. These connections, known as memory traces, strengthen over time through a process called consolidation, where the memory becomes more stable and resistant to forgetting. Interestingly, research has shown that sleep plays a crucial role in memory consolidation, as the brain processes and stores information during different stages of sleep. During recall, our brains retrieve stored memories by reactivating the neural pathways formed during encoding. This retrieval process can be influenced by various factors, such as context cues, emotions, and the passage of time. For example, memories associated with strong emotions are often more vivid and easier to recall than neutral memories. Additionally, the context in which we encode information can impact our ability to retrieve it later. This phenomenon, known as context-dependent memory, explains why we may remember information better when we are in the same environment or state of mind as when we learned it. Memory recall is not a perfect process and can be influenced by various factors, leading to errors and distortions in our recollections. One common memory phenomenon is the misinformation effect, where exposure to misleading information can alter our memories of past events. This effect highlights the malleable nature of memory and the potential for inaccuracies in our recollections. Despite these challenges, our memories play a crucial role in shaping our identities, guiding our decisions, and connecting us to our past experiences. By understanding the mechanisms of memory formation and recall, we can improve our learning strategies, enhance our cognitive abilities, and preserve the richness of our personal histories. Emotions have a profound impact on neural activity, influencing how our brains process information and make decisions. When we experience emotions such as joy, fear, or sadness, specific brain regions become activated, triggering a cascade of neural responses. The amygdala, a key structure in the limbic system, plays a central role in processing emotions and generating emotional responses. For example, when we encounter a threat, the amygdala signals the release of stress hormones, preparing the body for a fight or flight response. Interestingly, emotions can also modulate our cognitive functions, such as attention, memory, and decision-making. Positive emotions like happiness or excitement have been shown to enhance cognitive performance and creativity, while negative emotions, such as anxiety or anger, can impair our ability to focus and problem solve. Moreover, chronic stress and negative emotions have been linked to changes in brain structure and function, increasing the risk of mental health disorders like depression and anxiety. Neuroimaging studies have revealed that emotional experiences can leave lasting imprints on the brain, shaping our neural circuitry and influencing our behavior. Understanding the impact of emotions on neural activity is crucial for promoting emotional well-being and mental health. By recognizing how emotions influence our brains, we can develop strategies to regulate our emotional responses, cultivate resilience, and foster positive mental states. In conclusion, the study of the brain's neural networks, neurons, and synapses has provided valuable insights into the complex mechanisms underlying cognition and behavior. Understanding how neural networks function and interact is essential for unraveling the mysteries of the brain and advancing neuroscience research. Future studies may focus on exploring the role of neural plasticity in learning and memory, investigating the impact of emotions on decision-making processes, and developing innovative therapies for neurological disorders. By continuing to investigate the intricate workings of the brain, we can unlock new discoveries that have the potential to transform our understanding of the mind and improve human health and well-being.